Be sure to catch Roanoke College sports on Valley Vision TV, Comcast Channel 7 in Roanoke, Salem, Botetourt, Lexington, and Blacksburg. Brought to you by Mac and Bob's, Main Street, Salem. For programming information or schedules, go to valleyvisiontv.com.
Mac and Bob's opened for business in 1980. Over the years, we've grown from 10 stools to a full-service restaurant that seats 330 people. Now we invite you to come try our new breakfast menu, featuring sweet potato pancakes, eggs Benedict, omelets made to order, stuffed French toast, homemade sausage and gravy biscuits, and much more. Open for breakfast Monday through Saturday at 8 a.m., Sunday brunch 10 a.m. till 2. See you for breakfast at Mac and Bob's in Salem.
Be sure to catch Roanoke College sports on Valley Vision TV, Comcast Channel 7 in Roanoke, Salem, Botetourt, Lexington, and Blacksburg. Brought to you by Mac and Bob's, Main Street, Salem. For programming information or schedules, go to valleyvisiontv.com. If you would like to sponsor this program or advertise on Valley Vision TV, call us at 540-397-1051 or email to sales@valleyvisiontv.com. Remember, you're watching the Valley's only true local network, Valley Vision TV, Comcast Channel 7.
Roanoke coming off a 5-point loss in overtime, one of the best teams in the ODAC. They will look to get back on the winning track tonight as they take on Bridgewater College. Bridgewater is 11-6 on the year. They're 7-5 within the ODAC. Roanoke sitting at 4-11, 4-7 within ODAC play. Good evening, everyone. I'm Nick DeSanctis alongside Brent Peltier. As I mentioned, Bridgewater a little bit higher in the standings than Roanoke. The Maroons are 2 games back of the Bridgewater Eagles, who are led by 3-time ODAC Player of the Week selection, Jessica Mullen. Mullen, the 5'8 junior guard out of Purcellville, Virginia, and Loudoun Valley High School. Now, Roanoke got another double-double on Saturday from Nikki Moats, Brent, who's really hitting her stride now as we begin the final stretch of the season.
Roanoke got a great team effort on Saturday. A couple of breaks here and there, and they'd have been able to pull that one off. But that was a good team performance.
Roanoke's loss coming by 5. Moats was the leading scorer for the Maroons as they took on a Guilford team who was 10-1 within the ODAC before forcing the game to overtime. Would you say, Brent, that was the best game we've seen the Maroons play all season?
That is the best game they played all season. And
really?
just as a point of respect, Paxton Gwynn was the leading scorer with 17.
Paxton Gwynn led the Maroons in scoring. Moats finished with a double-double.
That's correct.
19 rebounds, second highest total for an ODAC game against an ODAC opponent. We'll step aside, be back with the starting lineups and the opening tip coming up next.
Roanoke College. Timeless and true. Smart and solid. Practical and professional. Making discoveries about yesterday. Creating visions for tomorrow. Lifted by a winning college spirit. Forging lifetime friendships with professors who prepare you for a place at the head of an operating table or another bright future. Roanoke College. Classic for tomorrow.
Mac and Bob's opened for business in 1980. Over the years, we've grown from 10 stools to a full-service restaurant that seats 330 people. Now we invite you to come try our new breakfast menu, featuring sweet potato pancakes, eggs Benedict, omelets made to order, stuffed French toast, homemade sausage and gravy biscuits, and much more. Open for breakfast Monday through Saturday at 8 a.m., Sunday brunch 10 a.m. till 2. See you for breakfast at Mac and Bob's in Salem.
For information or schedules on Valley Vision TV programs, visit us on the internet at valleyvisiontv.com. Remember, you're watching the Valley's only true local network, Valley Vision TV, Comcast Channel 7. Be sure to catch Roanoke College sports on Valley Vision TV, Comcast Channel 7 in Roanoke, Salem, Botetourt, Lexington, and Blacksburg. Brought to you by Mac and Bob's, Main Street, Salem. For programming information or schedules, go to valleyvisiontv.com. If you would like to sponsor this program or advertise on Valley Vision TV, call us at 540-397-1051 or email to sales@valleyvisiontv.com. Remember, you're watching the Valley's only true local network, Valley Vision TV, Comcast Channel 7.
Roanoke College. Timeless and true. Smart and solid. Practical and professional. Making discoveries about yesterday. Creating visions for tomorrow. Lifted by a winning college spirit. Forging lifetime friendships with professors who prepare you for a place at the head of an operating table or another bright future. Roanoke College. Classic for tomorrow.
Mac and Bob's opened for business in 1980. Over the years, we've grown from 10 stools to a full-service restaurant that seats 330 people. Now we invite you to come try our new breakfast menu, featuring sweet potato pancakes, eggs Benedict, omelets made to order, stuffed French toast, homemade sausage and gravy biscuits, and much more. Open for breakfast Monday through Saturday at 8 a.m., Sunday brunch 10 a.m. till 2. See you for breakfast at Mac and Bob's in Salem.
For information or schedules on Valley Vision TV programs, visit us on the internet at valleyvisiontv.com. Remember, you're watching the Valley's only true local network, Valley Vision TV, Comcast Channel 7.
From the Bass Center in Salem, Virginia, it's Nick DeSantis and Brent Peltier with you for Bridgewater and Roanoke women's basketball action tonight on the Roanoke College campus. The starters tonight for Bridgewater: Jenny Logan, Jesse Owens, Kelsey Taylor, Jessica Mullen, and Shannon Thorne. A really interesting point about Thorne. We'll get to that in just a second. Tonight for Roanoke, at guard will be Rachel Delahunt and Taylor Duggins. Duggins presumably working the point. Down low, Gwynn and Hankins. And in the middle will be Nikki Moats. Moats standing at 6'2". Shannon Thorne, the Bridgewater center, standing at just 6 feet.
Maybe.
5'9", 5'10", looks like.
Roanoke will look to exploit that matchup down low. Moats has really saddled up lately. Coming back from an injury, she now leads the team in scoring, averaging over 13 points a game and nearly 12 boards. Moats, the transfer from the University of Tennessee, will definitely be one to watch.
Another thing I like about what Roanoke is doing, they've settled on a starting lineup, and they're starting the same five every game. Everybody's staying healthy so far, so we'll see what happens tonight. Hopefully we'll get another good performance. Coach Dunnigan and the staff was very pleased with the performance on Saturday, even though they came up short in the score.
Bridgewater in the Road Maroons. They will go left to right. Roanoke in the home whites going right to left. Moats in for the opening tip along with Thorne. The officials set. The ball goes up. Tip off won by Bridgewater. We're underway here from the Bass Center. Bridgewater controlling the opening possession.
Bridgewater is a guard-oriented team with Logan and Mullen.
As that one's sent down low, punched out of bounds by Delahunt 10 seconds in.
Roanoke has started out in a man-to-man. Staying in the man-to-man on the out-of-bounds play.
Underneath, blocked by Rachel Delahunt as it's punched out of bounds off of Delahunt. Possession again stay with Bridgewater. They've eaten 13 seconds off the shot clock here in the opening seconds. As off the inbound it goes for Mullen, who sets it along.
Roanoke now in 2-3 zone.
Logan tries to drive in from the foul line, slips it down low. Layup attempt, no good. Rebound, Nikki Moats. Then it's punched through by Thorne. Able to stay on her feet, now a fresh 30. Kicked out towards the top for Logan. Logan going to tee up a three. That one no good. Moats unable to get the rebound. Thorne does. Can't get the putback. Moats another rebound as Roanoke will look to control now their first possession of the ball game. Paxton Gwynn heading up the right side. She'll put the brakes on. Give it to Moats at the top. Moats to the near side for Laurel Hankins. Back down low. Moats able to tip it away from Thorne. Gets loose in the corner. Gwynn on it. Nowhere to go for Paxton Gwynn. Lofts underneath for Nikki Moats. She's then stripped. Kept in. Thrown right to Moats. Up off the glass. Can't get it to go. Thorne has it as she went down. No travel called as Bridgewater will come back down the other way with Mullen. Mullen drives in on Gwynn. Put that one up off the glass. No good. Hankins able to pry the rebound free. Hankins turns back. Finds Rachel Delahunt. Still no score, 1:15 in.
This looks like it's going to be a physical contest.
As then Moats unable to handle the pass, a 2-on-1 back the other way. This is Logan. Logan dishes it off down low for Taylor. She's fouled, counted and one. First points of the ball game belong to Bridgewater.
Turnover by Moats, and Bridgewater was off and running 4 people down the court, and they beat Roanoke down the floor for the easy layup and the foul.
Taylor on the line for 2. As she connects, 3 points the old-fashioned way. As Bridgewater takes a 3-0 lead. 1.5 minutes in.
Bridgewater pressing a little bit off the score.
Delahunt working the point. Mullen all over her. As Delahunt breaks in on the right side, gets it out for Duggins. Duggins down low. Paxton Gwynn gets it off the glass.
Good look by Duggins. Good screen to get Gwynn free underneath. She was able to turn and score with a layup.
As the ball loose down low, Thorne picks it up. She'll kick it out now for Jess Owens. Owens at the top. Goes across for Mullen. Mullen tries to drive and land from the foul line. Her jumper falls. Gives Bridgewater a 3-point advantage.
No surprise there. Jessica Mullen's quite the scorer. Rachel Delahunt got caught on the screen that time. Couldn't quite keep up.
Duggins was double teamed. Has to find help. She's able to get Delahunt. Then Delahunt's pass is blocked. She knocked it free. Paxton Gwynn goes after it. Bridgewater able to control. From the left side, Mullen. Jump shot, no good. Rebound taken by Rachel Delahunt. Delahunt having some trouble trying to keep from picking up the ball as it stays on the floor. Able to split the defenders and move ahead. Delahunt to the near side. Hankins spots up a 3. That one wide. Rebound on the offensive end by Delahunt. Leaves it down low. Duggins off the glass. Doesn't get it to go. Reaches in on Thorne. Jump ball call. Possession will be awarded to Roanoke.
Roanoke still competing on the boards. Bridgewater has come out pressing Roanoke, and that's giving Roanoke problems. That's something that's given Roanoke problems all year. So we'll see how they handle it the rest of the game.
Tatum McKee checking in for Rachel Delahunt. Shot clock will reset underneath. I'd like to welcome in those of you listening here in Salem on 100.3 WRKE. Also streaming online at WRKE.org. Out to the top it goes for Duggins. A fresh 30 to work as she gets the offense set up. Had Tatum McKee wide open underneath. Couldn't find her. Duggins goes to the far side. McKee for 3. That one rattles around the rim and flies out.
Just an unfortunate bounce that time. Good look. She was open.
As Mullen sets up along the near side, out to the top. Now for Logan.
Tatum McKee has picked up Mullen with Delahunt on the bench, and now Delahunt's going to come back.
As Owens tried to send it down low, Moats swatted it away. To the floor goes Gwynn. Now Moats. Gwynn able to get her hand on his Roanoke. Pinballs it around. Racing back the other way. It's a 4-on-1. Duggins for McKee. Hard to the glass. Can't get the layup to go, but she's fouled in the act. And will go to the line for 2.
Active hands that time from Moats and from Hankins. And Gwynn able to get the ball. And that time it was a 4-on-1 for Roanoke.
Fouls on Owens, her first, team's first. Tatum McKee at the line for 2. McKee 63% for the line this season. Connection the first to make it a 2-point game. As Garst comes in for Moats, Delahunt in for Duggins.
Garst was unable to play Saturday, so it's nice to see her back. Gives Roanoke another option.
As McKee sinks both to make it a 1-point game. Over 16.5 to go. Here in the first half of play.
2-3 zone. Delahunt and McKee out front. Gwynn, Garst, and Hankins in the back.
The near side of the pass picked off by Rachel Delahunt has Tatum McKee ahead of the play. Delahunt surrounded, trying to get it free. Punched out off of Delahunt. She's able to get it back, looking for help as Garst behind the play. Puts the ball on the floor as she's able to find Garst. Garst had McKee, just wants to get the ball to Delahunt. Delahunt pinned in her own end. There's 10 seconds left in the shot clock. Garst has to move ahead. Flips it for Hankins. Hankins in, feeds it down low. Paxton Gwynn off the glass, lays it home.
That took them about 25 seconds, but they did break the press and were able to get a layup. Paxton Gwynn down low.
Bridgewater getting set up. They trail by 1. Almost 5.5 in. Roanoke still sitting back in the 2-3 zone as a walk there from Mullen took about 6 or 7 steps.
Roanoke's team defense is still excellent.
There's a timeout taken by Coach Dunnigan. Looks like they want to go back and get a little reorganized on what to do when Bridgewater does attack. As we can go back now, take a look. Roanoke was able to beat it last time. And Hankins, a great move, went up for the shot fake for finding Gwynn. It starts with Delahunt in their own end.
They were able to beat it after 25 seconds of good defense by Bridgewater, so you have to give them credit, and that's what Coach Dunnigan is upset about. She wants this press handled more easily. But it was a good look to Hankins and then a good look underneath to Gwynn for the completion of the play.
Gwynn with 4 points. Other 2 belonging to Tatum McKee. Roanoke's lineup will remain the same out of the timeout. Holly Morgan has checked into the game for Bridgewater. That's the only change for the Eagles.
Bridgewater brings Thorne back in the game.
It's Delahunt looking to beat the press. Finds Paxton Gwynn. Gwynn goes down low for Garst. The pass was out of her reach.
Good idea by Gwynn. Would have liked to have seen a better piece. Better pass. May have resulted in the goal. Bridgewater wants to make Roanoke hurry on the offensive end.
As on the left side, Bridgewater controlling, but a foul called. It's going to be against Samantha Garst, away from the play. For Garst, it's her first, team second. Hankins exits in exchange for Hannah Ward, checking in for the first time. And Garst will exit. Motes checks back in. Bridgewater launches it all the way out to the top, just over the tips of the fingertips of Rachel Delahunt. Owens controlling on the left side, sends it down towards the left wing corner for Morgan. Morgan goes into the lane. Off the glass, it's good for Mullen.
That's the sweet spot, about 12 feet from the basket against the 2-3 zone between the 2 levels. They were able to get a conversion. And they've come out pressing.
As Tatum McKee sends it for Ward. Ward behind her back in the lane for Gwynn. Can't get the layup to go. Rebound corralled by Shannon Thorne.
Good effort by Paxton Gwynn. The adjustment made during the timeout was to have Gwynn hang back and help Delahunt bring the ball up.
Big block by Nikki Motes.
Yeah.
As Duggins will check back in. She's in to get Paxton Gwynn. Taylor will inbound from underneath. 5:21 into the opening half. Roanoke trailing by 1, 7-6.
Still in the 2-3 zone.
It's fed towards the corner. Baseline jumper for Taylor falls. Bridgewater goes up by 3.
That's one of the places open, also the 2-3 zone, the baseline jump shot.
As Duggins finds Delahunt, look toward the lane, elects to hold on. 16 to shoot for Roanoke as Delahunt gets things set up. There's a pick high for Motes, elects not to use it, goes the other way, hands it off for Hannah Ward. Ward now near side for Duggins. 4 left on the shot clock. Roanoke needs to make something happen as it's stripped clean by Bridgewater. Coming back the other way is Morgan. Morgan covered by Ward. As she moves in towards the corner, Roanoke looks to be back at a man-to-man.
Roanoke's last
Now
offensive possession, they took a little bit late to get into their offense and too much passing toward the end of the shot clock.
As Logan tied up in the corner, Tatum McKee goes down, back to her feet. Thorne at the top, comes to the near side. 6 to shoot for Bridgewater. 3 on the way from Logan, goes off the front of the rim. Thorne, the rebound uncontested. Couldn't go up on Motes, sends it back. He saved her backcourt by about 2 feet. Delahunt knocks it free. To the floor they go. Bridgewater still with it. And Maroon dives in after it to get the jump ball. Guess who? It's Tatum McKee.
Tatum McKee and Rachel Delahunt with good hustle on that play. Roanoke is not rebounding quite as well as they did Saturday out of this 2-3 zone.
As we have a whistle and a timeout on the court. 13-19 to go in the first half. 9-6 Bridgewater.
Mac and Bob's opened for business in 1980. Over the years, we've grown from 10 stools to a full-service restaurant that seats 330 people. Now we invite you to come try our new breakfast menu, featuring sweet potato pancakes, eggs Benedict, omelets made to order, stuffed French toast, homemade sausage and gravy biscuits, and much more. Open for breakfast Monday through Saturday at 8 a.m., Sunday brunch 10 a.m. till 2. See you for breakfast at Mac and Bob's in Salem.
Welcome back to the Bass Center. Taking a look at our scoring through the first. 6:41 taken off the clock. Paxton Gwynn with 4. Tatum McKee has 2 for Bridgewater. 7 points for Kelsey Taylor, while Mullen has 2. 4 rebounds for Shannon, 6 rebounds for Shannon Thorne, 2 coming on the offensive end. Interesting matchup between her and Moats as the game goes on. Moments ago, Moats just a huge block down low.
Yeah, that was terrific.
Two-handed.
Yeah, she was waiting for that one and just turned and slapped the ball out of bounds. Delahunt, McKee, Duggins, Moats, Hannah Ward on the floor for Roanoke out of the timeout. 2-3 zone still.
As Bridgewater coming all the way through. This is Morgan. Morgan kicks it out. 3 on the way. That one no good. Rebound taken by Nikki Moats as Mullen couldn't connect. But Moats turns it over. It's taken right back by Morgan.
They're waiting for her to bring the ball down to her waist, and then they're slapping it away. That's the second time.
Morgan in the corner out to the top. Owens, 20 to shoot. Back in the corner, Morgan open for 3. It's going to be waved off. An offensive foul called against Kelsey Taylor. Taylor was positioned just in front of Morgan in the far corner as Morgan wanted to let it fly.
Illegal screen. She was moving on the screen.
As Duggins will walk it ahead. Sends it up the right side for Tatum McKee. McKee steps across half court, goes back in the middle for Duggins. 15 on the shot clock. Duggins gets a pick from McKee, drives to her right, comes to the near side to McKee. Down low, Nikki Moats off the glass, gets 2.
Good play there by Roanoke. Screen out top. Moats gets loose underneath. Receives the pass from McKee. Turns and scores. It's a 1-point game.
12:20 to go in the opening half. To the near side it comes for Kelsey Taylor. Out to the top. Morgan wanted to drive inside and couldn't find any of the room in the zone. She sends it down low for Owens. Awkward play, able to get up around Nikki Moats. The shot no good. Moats corrals the rebound, gives to Delahunt.
That was great defense by Moats, though. Made the shot very difficult and was able to turn and rebound it off the miss and held the ball over her head that time.
Duggins up the left side. Out to the point for Delahunt, along for Hannah Ward. Ward turns back at the foul line, bounces at baseline. Moats, the long jumper is no good.
She was open. It was a good look, and a good look by Hannah Ward finding the open player. Just didn't fall.
Sent inside now for Hottinger. Hottinger blocked by Moats. Bridgewater able to retain possession. Now it's strip free. Moats down to the floor after it. Asks for a timeout and gets it. 30-second timeout taken by Roanoke. Moats down to the floor quickly looking at the official to get the timeout call. Possession arrow is in favor of Bridgewater at the moment.
And Gwynn and Hankins will return to the game out of the timeout. Roanoke possession.
2 team fouls apiece. Bridgewater 9, Roanoke 8. 11:30 remaining in the opening half. Welcome in those of you listening on 100.3 WRKE. Streaming live online as well. Also playing across Roanoke College's back quad, I'm told. Roanoke leads the all-time series between themselves and Bridgewater, 58-32. Teams have been playing since 1971 season.
Bridgewater had one of the greatest coaches ever in Division III that Coach Willie played for, a revered woman by the name of Laura Mapp, who used to coach when there was 6 players per side, Nick, instead of 5, and you played half court. So the games had a lot of changes during Coach Mapp's time.
Duggins bringing this one ahead. Roanoke offense operating out of a timeout. Duggins tries to drive in all the way to the glass, gets it to go for 2.
That was a great move by Taylor Duggins as she saw the opening and took it. Roanoke has a 1-point lead with 9 minutes going in the first half.
Morgans gives it for Boren. As Boren will go to her left for Mullen. Mullen gave it for Hottinger. Her jumper no good off the front of the rim. Rebound poked at. Moats looking at it. Laurel Hankins will take it. Quickly start back up the other way. Hankins slows up as the defense flies by.
Roanoke is getting back on the defensive glass as they were on Saturday. Hold your opponent to 1 shot. It's the idea.
Hankins has it along the far side. Looks towards the top. Gives it for Delahunt. Delahunt wanted to whip that one down low for Paxton Gwynn. Was taken away. A Hail Mary pass. Finds his target in Mullen. Going in. Gets the layup to go. Bridgewater retakes the 1-point lead.
Good look by Bridgewater off of the intercepted pass. Good job by Mullen to leak out. And she scores on the layup.
Here's Duggins. Has room. Duggins drives all the way in. Gets another one.
Second time by Taylor Duggins. She says, you leave me there. I'm low center of gravity. I can take it to the hole.
Gotta love having a low center of gravity.
Oh, yeah.
Set in the corner. Now it goes inside. Trying to drive through there was Mullen. She's blocked. Got nothing out of it. Hankins will headman back up the other way.
Good defense by Roanoke resulting in a steal.
Delahunt drives baseline. She's blocked from behind. Right in the breadbasket with the referee underneath.
Another good idea by Roanoke. They're getting lanes to the basket, and they're seeing them and taking them.
Lemke and Garsh check in.
Here's a big stretch for Roanoke with Moats on the bench. Delahunt and Moats leave the game.
Lemke to inbound, finds nothing, takes a timeout. Full timeout.
This may be a bit of a problem because Roanoke's losing a lot of timeouts early.
I have 3 left.
I imagine Coach Dunnigan would have rather she'd have thrown a pass somewhere instead of being indecisive.
9:45 to go in the first half. 12-11. We'll be back after this.
Be sure to catch Roanoke College sports on Valley Vision TV, Comcast Channel 7 in Roanoke, Salem, Botetourt, Lexington, and Blacksburg. Brought to you by Mac and Bob's, Main Street, Salem. For programming information or schedules, go to valleyvisiontv.com. If you would like to sponsor this program or advertise on Valley Vision TV, call us at 540-397-1051 or email to sales@valleyvisiontv.com. Remember, you're watching the Valley's only true local network, Valley Vision TV, Comcast Channel 7.
Welcome back to the Battle Center. 9:45 remaining in the first half.
Same lineup for Roanoke, returning to the floor out of the timeout. Lemke will inbound.
Lemke will inbound again. This time has to find something. Gets it underneath to Paxton Gwynn. Sent to the corner, Hankins. No room for a 3. Rolls back. Kick now for Paxton Gwynn. Gwynn from the corner for a 3. That one off the mark. Rebound taken by Rensler.
Good play by Gwynn. Good screen from Hankins. The shot just didn't fall, but it was an open 3.
On the far side, Logan goes for ref. Snyder now sends it out to the top. On the far side, Logan looking over the offense. 12 left to shoot. Down low. Garst is barreled over. No foul called on either as Hottinger got in on it. Gets her own rebound. Sends it out. Another rebound. Pride free by Hottinger. Driving through the lane. Logan. A block going to be called against Paxton Gwynn. Gwynn's foul, her first, team's third.
Good idea by Gwynn, but she was a little bit late getting there. I'm surprised there wasn't a call on the Garst play. Unfortunately for Roanoke, when Garst did that, she lost her rebounding position by falling to the floor.
Senior Logan at the line for 2. As she hits her first, Gwynn checks out, McKee in. Return action for Bridgewater, Owens, and Thorne. Game now tied at 12, 9:07 left in the half. As Logan sinks 2 of 2. No, they're going to wave it out and say she was on the line.
We're going to get a lane violation, yep.
Paxton Gwynn to inbound for the Rooms. Game still tied at 12. 9:05 remaining in the first half. Duggins trapped. Comes to the near side. Now launches it to half court where she has Hankins. Hankins, the head fake, drives into the lane. All the way in. Can't get the layup to go. She launched it up over top of the rim on the glass. Getting her handed on that was Garst. Jump ball call. Possession awarded to Bridgewater.
Good idea. Good idea by Hankins. Just a little bit excited and over the rim to beat the press and had an open lane to the basket. Duggins backed up against the press and gave herself room to throw that pass.
Lemke sets inbound. The official at the near table sorting things out.
Trying to sort out the possession arrow.
I thought that they originally wanted to award possession to Roanoke. The possession arrow on the scorer's table differed from that on the scoreboard, which we had been following and tracking. believe, read the correct call at this point.
I believe that was correct.
And they will go with it. Bridgewater getting possession back in a tie game under 9 minutes to go in the half.
Roanoke's going to back up again in the 2-3 zone. Bridgewater will bring the ball up the court unimpeded. And we're still getting some clarification.
That's Coach Robinson chatting with the official as well. Still talking things over with the officials. Going back over the official scorebook, look at the jump balls. By my count, possession belongs to Bridgewater here off this jump ball call.
I think what we've got, Nick, and what they're discussing is one of those balls out of bounds was not called a jump ball back before.
Still in the process of trying to get things straight. Now it goes back over possession to Roanoke. As the official saying white ball, then red ball. Now we're back to white. Roanoke has 17 seconds left on the shot clock. A shot before never touched anything but glass. Duggins kicks it out. Hankins for 3. Yes!
Laurel Hankins' shooting has improved as the season has gone along, and we see it again. Roanoke with a 3-point lead off the Hankins 3.
In the lane, the Maroons defense surrounding everyone. It goes off the foot of Duggins and out of bounds. Logan had absolutely nowhere to go.
Good defense that time by Roanoke. They're going to back in again into, looks like maybe a 1-3-1.
Hard to pick up.
Hankins in the back and Duggins in the front.
Loose man-to-man in a way. As down low, Thorne tries to drive in. She's fouled, counted and one. A foul shot away from another tie game.
Got to give him credit. Good play. Hankins late, trying to defend. Thorne, and Thorne's able to convert, and now we'll have a chance for the old-fashioned 3.
Fouls against Hankins. That's her first, team's fourth. As Thorne sinks the foul shot to tie the game at 15. Sub coming off the bench for Bridgewater is Kelsey Taylor. That's Taylor in to get Rensteiner.
Bridgewater's going to press this lineup because it's very young. Some experience coming back from Roanoke at the scorers table. Moats, Delahunt, Gwynn.
McKee carried it ahead. Duggins now has it at the top. Moving to her right. Blanketed by Owens. Duggins moves back out to the point, looking things over. 10 seconds left to shoot. Shot clock now down to 7. Duggins tries to drive in, kicks it towards the corner. 3 from Lemke. That one no good. Bridgewater comes down with the rebound, able to get it back on the floor before she went down was Owens.
Good look by Duggins.
Sent towards the near corner for Bridgewater. Mullen drives all the way through. Not sure if that was partially blocked, possibly by McKee. Sent back out to the top. Mullins with it. 13 to shoot. Drives in the lane. Now kicks it towards the corner. Pass finds its way into the bleachers. Not touched on its way out. Possession will go to Roanoke as Gwynn, Delahunt, and Moats will check in for Lemke, Garst, and Tatum McKee.
Now they're going to press again, but it's a little bit more experienced lineup.
Duggins will try to work ahead.
They break off the press as 4 Roanoke players go down the floor in the half court, and Taylor Duggins brings the ball up.
To the top now, Hankins. Hankins finds nothing. Bridgewater very aggressive, riding Roanoke all the way back. That one punched out from behind by Logan. Makes its way out of bounds in the corner. Roanoke to inbound.
Good defense by Logan. 9 seconds on the shot clock. Let's see if Roanoke can come up with something and get a shot up.
Holly Morgan coming in off the bench for Bridgewater. Delahunt to inbound. It comes out now for Moats. Sent down low, Paxton. Gwynn in the low post. Unable to get that layup to go.
Good look by Gwynn, but that was well defended after the pass was completed. The young lady from Bridgewater came over and contested, made it a tough shot.
On the near side, Owens. Goes to the top for Taylor. Tried to send it down low for Thorne. Bridgewater able to keep it in bounds. Delahunt after the loose ball. Delahunt drives in from the foul line. Kicks it out for Hankins. Thinking three. Got away with a walk. She lost it. It goes to Moats. Body's on the floor from the near side. Duggins for three. No good. Offensive rebound taken by Paxton Gwynn. Turns in the lane. Can't get it to go. Moats grabbing at the rebound. Then she's blocked by Thorne.
Great battle that time by Paxton Gwynn off the missed three. Bridgewater's
an offensive foul against Bridgewater. Jenny Logan.
Bridgewater's defense, team defense tonight is excellent.
Offensive foul on number 14, Jenny Logan. That's her first personal. 13 foul.
As we have a whistle and a timeout on the court. 6:21 to go. Game tied at 15.
Roanoke College. Timeless and true. Smart and solid. Practical and professional. Making discoveries about yesterday. Creating visions for tomorrow. Lifted by a winning college spirit. Forging lifetime friendships with professors who prepare you for a place at the head of an operating table or another bright future. Roanoke College. Classic for tomorrow.
For information or schedules on Valley Vision TV programs, visit us on the internet at valleyvisiontv.com. Remember, you're watching the Valley's only true local network, Valley Vision TV, Comcast Channel 7.
Welcome back. Hannah Ward, the three that put the Maroons up by three before Thorne was able to convert an old-fashioned three-point play to tie us up at 15. Let's go back and take a look at Hankins. Continues to be a threat from downtown, as she had been the past few years. It's continuing this season.
Just spotted up on the zone out-of-bounds play, and they lost her and left her open, and she was able to score it.
Gwynn, Delahunt, Duggins, Ward, and Moats are out for the Maroons. For Bridgewater, Logan, Owens, Taylor, Morgan, and Thorne. Bridgewater applying pressure, but kind of sitting back as Duggins flips it over for Delahunt on the right side. Delahunt will go back to Duggins. Duggins out at the point. Goes to the right side. Delahunt pops out, gets to her at the top. Now drives to her right, finds something. 10 seconds left in the shot clock. Let's get past the near side for Paxton Gwynn. Hard one through the lane. That one caught Delahunt up high. As Bridgewater coming back down for Morgan. Morgan drives in the baseline, kicks it out towards the far side. Logan for three. That one no good. Another offensive rebound for Bridgewater as Morgan sends it down for Thorne, who got away with a walk. Moats tips the rebound right into the breadbasket of Delahunt. Delahunt knocked down from behind. That'll be a foul against Bridgewater. Duggins looks to be okay. Foul against Jenny Logan. As Logan will check out. That's her second, team's fourth. In for her is Jessica Mullen. As Hannah Ward checks out for Roanoke.
Good defensive series that time for Roanoke, ending up in the defensive rebound. Moats made Thorne's shot difficult.
Hankins back off the bench for Roanoke. Hankins from the near side. Goes to the top for Paxton Gwynn. Down to the far side, Duggins. Spins it down low, Moats. Gwynn racing through the lane. Moats goes hard to the cup. Can't get it to go. The two grab it. Moats is able to drag it away. Possession error will favor Bridgewater.
Moats a little bit quick that time going up. Didn't get quite to the rim. She's going to check out now for Tatum McKee. And Roanoke will drop back into the zone. 2-3. McKee, Gwynn, Hankins in the back, Duggins, Delahunt in the front.
Mullen from the far side feeds it to the middle. A jumper no good from Morgan. As a travel called against Paxton Gwynn, who came down with the rebound. Moats quickly back to the scorer's table. Now she comes in for Gwynn.
Nice rebound by Paxton Gwynn, just unable to keep her balance.
Moats out of the game for 15 seconds. As it's inbounded to the top. And from the left side, now fed in for Thorne. Thorne blocked clean by Moats. Bridgewater took it right back underneath. Thorne has it. She'll turn back away. Owens at the top to the near side for Mullen. Mullen drives through the lane. Can't get the jumper to go. Moats after rebound. Can't get it. Another offensive rebound for Holly Morgan as Bridgewater another extra possession. Owens moves to her right, gets set up on the 2-3 zone. At the foul line, Roanoke applying pressures. It's spun out to the far corner for Morgan. Morgan through the paint. Her floater goes, and Bridgewater has the lead again. 4.5 to go in the first.
Good defense by Tatum McKee. Morgan just got the shot to go. That's the weakness. One of the weaknesses in the 2-3 zone is the foul line area, about 12 feet, about 3 feet inside the foul line in the lane. That's the open space.
Bridgewater has 11 offensive rebounds. An equal number of offensive and defensive boards for the Eagles. In the far corner, this is Duggan. 6 left in the shot clock. At the top, Hankins tried to go down low for Nikki Moats. It's punched towards the line and kept in by Thorne. Bridgewater coming back down the other way. This is Morgan as Morgan cuts through the middle. Now sets up on the left side to the point and gives it out for Owens. Covered by Duggins. Roanoke in his zone. It's a 3 on the way for the far side. Is drilled by Morgan. Bridgewater up 5.
Roanoke tried to play man-to-man that time, got a little bit lost. Tatum McKee lost her offensive player, and they were able to score the 3. 5-point lead for Bridgewater now. Last 3 minutes of the first half.
Morgan was wide open to spot that one up from the foul line. Hankins blocked by Thorne. It's punched free by Dillahunt, but Bridgewater still controls.
Hankins a little bit slow on that release.
As Owens for Thorne, now to the far side for Morgan. Another 3 on the way. That one long. Never hit anything. Offensive rebound turns. And the putback is good from Mullen. Dunnigan will take a timeout. A full timeout. 3:09 to go in the first. Bridgewater has begun to spread their lead at 7. 22-15. We'll be back after this.
Smart and solid. Practical and professional. Making discoveries about yesterday. Creating visions for tomorrow. Lifted by a winning college spirit. Forging lifetime friendships with professors who prepare you for a place at the head of an operating table or another bright future. Roanoke College. Classic for tomorrow.
Mac and Bob's opened for business in 1980. Over the years, we've grown from 10 stools to a full-service restaurant that seats 330 people. Now we invite you to come try our new breakfast menu, featuring sweet potato pancakes, eggs Benedict, omelets made to order, stuffed French toast, homemade sausage and gravy biscuits, and much more. Open for breakfast Monday through Saturday at 8 a.m., Sunday brunch 10 a.m. till 2. See you for breakfast at Mac and Bob's in Salem.
Welcome back. 3:09 remaining in the first half. Taking a look at the stats so far, Bridgewater has 11 defensive rebounds, 12 offensive rebounds for a game total of 23. Roanoke, total 11 rebounds.
Sullenberger into the game for Roanoke.
Capitola checking into the game for the first time.
In for Gwynn.
Roanoke trails by 7. 3 minutes to go in the first half. Dillahunt on the right side. Steps in towards the top, gives it up for Taylor Duggins. Duggins flips it for Tatum McKee from the foul line off the glass. Can't get it to go. Rebound for Nikki Moats. Turns the hook shot. Rolls around and falls.
Well, as we talk about it, Roanoke grabs the rebound and is able to convert. Tatum McKee aggressively taking the 12-footer, and Moats able to grab the rebound. Back to the 2-3 for Roanoke. Duggins and Dillahunt out front. McKee, Moats, and Sullenberger in the back.
As in the paint, Taylor is fouled as she hits it. Taylor will go to the line for 1.
And Bridgewater has hit that weak spot again, about 12 feet from the basket in the lane between the 2 levels of defense.
Foul on Moats is her first, team's 5th. As Taylor's free throw rattles around and pops out. Dillahunt moving ahead. Gives it to the top for Nikki Moats, looking things over. Back to Dillahunt in the lane. She's fouled. It was basically a hip check by Hottinger.
Give and go. Moats to Dillahunt.
Foul on Hottinger is her first, team's 5th. Roanoke will inbound a fresh 30. As McKee will just launch it all the way out for Duggins. Duggins steps over the timeline back to the offensive side of the court. She gives it for Dillahunt. As Dillahunt skips towards the corner for Nikki Moats. Moats wants to drive towards the baseline. Has that one blocked and thrown out of bounds. 18 left to shoot. McKee to inbound for the Maroons. Clock frozen at 2:03. As off the screen, they get it for Sullenberger. Sullenberger's jumper off the mark. Rebound, McKee. The putback, no good. Moats up after the rebound. Now Duggins comes in. Another jump ball call. Possession to Roanoke.
Again, good board work by Roanoke that time. McKee battling off the Sullenberger miss.
Get it into Nicky Moats. Back down low for McKee. McKee underneath. Can't get it to go. Rebound for Sullenberger. It sits. She tried to go up. Blocked, essentially, I guess we'll call it, by Bridgewater. Out of bounds underneath.
McKee didn't have a shot. That was a really tough look from a tough angle. Here comes Megan Goodell for McKee.
Down to the final minute 49 of the first half. As the officials converging to talk something over.
I think it's the fact that the shot clock was reset. The ball never hit the rim.
You want to put 15 on it? 21 seconds on the shot clock. As it was reset on McKee's shot that went off the bottom of the backboard. Did not touch the rim.
That's correct.
As Goodell to inbound. We'll get it out to the top for Taylor Duggins. Duggins to the near side for Delahunt, along to the corner for Goodell. Goodell looking to get it down low for Moats, and she does. Moats is double teamed, blocked, and that'll be a jump ball call. This time possession to Bridgewater.
Moats battling down low, but they're double teaming her and getting their hands up.
Bridgewater on the offensive end. As Owens moves to her right, working the point. Rock still back in a 2-3 zone from the foul line. Driving in is Taylor. Can't get it to go. Rebound Sullenberger. She's surrounded. Bridgewater able to take it away. It's been the story for most of this first half. As a shot that went up, looked like it got hit on its way by Hottinger. We have a foul now called against Bridgewater. I believe this is going to be, it is against Taylor. That'll be Taylor's second, 16th foul. As Taylor will check out. Refsnyder in. 1:16 to go in the half. Roanoke down by 7 at 24-17. Duggins across half court. Goes to her right for Delahunt. Now back for Duggins. Duggins spots up a three. Got it.
So we'd like to see Roanoke is going to have to score from the perimeter to be successful in tonight's game. So they have the open shot.
As it's spun down low. Now kicked back out by Bridgewater. No one there to field the pass. Roanoke will get it back. 53.3 to go in the half.
Important possession right here for Roanoke.
That's Duggins to the near side for Delahunt. And she will carry it across the court. Delahunt for Duggins. Back to the near side for Delahunt. Spun inside Goodell. Now Sullenberger, baseline jumper, can't connect. Goodell pops it out of bounds.
They ran what they wanted. Sullenberger just a little bit short on the shot. That was good offensive possession as far as half-court execution from Roanoke.
Now Roanoke swarming up to apply pressure. Forces Bridgewater to play that one for Hottinger. Hottinger finds Mullen as Bridgewater will get set up. 7-second difference between the clocks. Duggins in after the ball. Kicked back out as Bridgewater still able to control. Mullen now tries to drive in. Leaves it underneath. Blocked by Nicky Moats. As Hottinger had no room to go up. Shot clock down to 15. Game clock frozen at 21.9. As Bridgewater inbounds towards the corner. It's given up now for Mullen. Operating out of the corner. 10 seconds left to shoot for Bridgewater as Mullen gets it back from Owens. Now Owens again. Owens to the corner. A three on the way off the front of the rim and popped off Moats. 6 seconds left to go as Mullen has it back. Got nothing. Sullenberger has it. 3 seconds, 2, and now 1. The horn will sound, and that'll do it for the first 20 minutes here at the Bass Center. Roanoke trailing by 4 at the end of the first half. We'll step aside with you from the Bass Center. Be back. Take a look back at the first half and get started with the second.
Be sure to catch Roanoke College sports on Valley Vision TV, Comcast Channel 7 in Roanoke, Salem, Botetourt, Lexington, and Blacksburg. Brought to you by Mac and Bob's, Main Street, Salem. For programming information or schedules, go to valleyvisiontv.com.
If you would like to sponsor this program or advertise on Valley Vision TV, call us at 540-397-1051 or email to sales@valleyvisiontv.com. Remember, you're watching the Valley's only true local network, Valley Vision TV, Comcast Channel 7.
Hi, my name's Emily Crew, and I'm majoring in business administration with a concentration in accounting. I thought I was going to go to a big school, but when I came and visited the campus, I fell in love, and it seemed like Roanoke picked me. When I came to school, I knew I wanted to get involved. I knew I wanted to rush, but I didn't know which one I wanted yet. I saw the 5 new girls walking around campus. I knew they were a lot of fun, and they were extremely involved, and I knew I could fit in. Looking back, I couldn't be happier with my decision. I've been able to experience new leadership and service opportunities while making friends that will last a lifetime. Phi Mu focuses on service and giving back. We participate in Salem Ambassadors, a group which works on projects to help our Salem neighbors. We also participate in Relay for Life each year as a sisterhood to raise money for cancer research. We spend the night together on the back quad, walking for the cause, participating in activities, and even playing on the inflatable obstacle courses. 1, 2, 3, go! Another fun activity for me at Roanoke is participating in the intramural games such as flag football and basketball. This year, my team went 6-2 in the flag football, and we went on to win the intramural flag football championship game for the girls. Also, there's so many fun things to do outdoors in the Roanoke Valley. When it's nice and warm outside, I love to go tubing and canoeing. During my sophomore year, I applied to be an internet communications assistant in the public relations office and quickly fell in love with my job. My boss, Whitney Anderson, has really worked closely with me to ensure that I know the ins and outs of all web communications. My favorite aspect of my job is the video production side. We produce videos just like this one. I get to be right in the middle of the production, recruiting students, sitting in on spot checks, and anything and everything that goes on behind the scenes. Sometimes I even fill in to be a part of the video. I don't want it on camera. The best part is when all the hard work is done and being able to see the final product. It's the most rewarding feeling. We found the equipment that would help produce and increase your productivity. This summer, I was able to apply the skills I gained in the classroom by participating in the Roanoke College Innovation Challenge. My team and I created a business plan for a local lady who makes chicken pies out of her basement. We were able to make pies with Lisa and work with her one-on-one to ensure that we were building the business plan of her dreams. We worked round the clock, constantly researching ways to improve her kitchen, whether it was making the process more efficient or reducing her production time. It was extremely important from a business point because it allowed me to see all aspects of a business and how to put it together and how it all comes together in the very end. With the help and the guidance of our program directors, Dr. Mike Smith and Dr. Kevin Baker, at the end of the program, we were able to present our final business plan to real-life investors. I feel like I can tackle any obstacles that come my way. I'm excited for my future. Get involved, meet as many people as possible, but most importantly, have fun. The next 4 years are going to be the hardest, most important, but most enjoyable time of your life. Take advantage of it.
Roanoke College. Timeless and true. Smart and solid. Practical and professional. Making discoveries about yesterday. Creating visions for tomorrow. Lifted by a winning college spirit. Forging lifetime friendships with professors who prepare you for a place at the head of an operating table or another bright future. Roanoke College. Classic for tomorrow.
Mac and Bob's opened for business in 1980. Over the years, we've grown from 10 stools to a full-service restaurant that seats 330 people. Now we invite you to come try our new breakfast menu, featuring sweet potato pancakes, eggs Benedict, omelets made to order, stuffed French toast, homemade sausage and gravy biscuits, and much more. Open for breakfast Monday through Saturday at 8 a.m., Sunday brunch 10 a.m. till 2. See you for breakfast at Mac and Bob's in Salem.
For information or schedules on Valley Vision TV programs, visit us on the internet at valleyvisiontv.com. Remember, you're watching the Valley's only true local network, Valley Vision TV, Comcast Channel 7.
Be sure to catch Roanoke College sports on Valley Vision TV, Comcast Channel 7 in Roanoke, Salem, Botetourt, Lexington, and Blacksburg. Brought to you by Mac and Bob's, Main Street, Salem. For programming information or schedules, go to valleyvisiontv.com.
If you would like to sponsor this program or advertise on Valley Vision TV, call us at 540-397-1051 or email to sales@valleyvisiontv.com. Remember, you're watching the Valley's only true local network, Valley Vision TV, Comcast Channel 7.
Roanoke College. Timeless and true. Smart and solid. Practical and professional. Making discoveries about yesterday. Creating visions for tomorrow. Lifted by a winning college spirit. Forging lifetime friendships with professors who prepare you for a place at the head of an operating table or another bright future. Roanoke College. Classic for tomorrow.
Welcome back to the Bass Center. Nick DeSanctis alongside Brett Peltier. Roanoke trailing by 4 as we get set to open the second half. Roanoke is led in scoring at the moment by Taylor Duggins. Duggins 3 for 5 from the floor, 1 for 2 from beyond the arc. Moats 3 turnovers along with 3 blocks. Has 4 points and 6 rebounds. The leading scorer tonight is Kelsey Taylor of Bridgewater. Taylor with 9 points, 4 rebounds. She's followed by Mullen, who has 6 points and 4 rebounds, 3 coming on the offensive end. Bridgewater has 14 offensive rebounds, 13 defensive rebounds for a game total of 27. Roanoke overall 17 rebounds, 11 on the defensive end.
I love basketball played by all ages and men and women and whatever. I love the game, but that was not pretty in the first half. And Roanoke has to do better than 8 of 28 from the field. And they're both teams are actually very lucky that this is competitive with only 4 points difference in the score.
Bridgewater was 10 of 34, which is about 29.5%. Roanoke 8 of 28, just over 28.5%. The Maroons will open with possession as it's inbounded to Duggins, and we're underway in the final 20 minutes.
Same starters in the game for Roanoke.
As Duggins out to the top for Delahunt. Delahunt slowing things down. Breaks to her left, looked to go off the pick and roll. Gwynn didn't really have any room. Now Gwynn drives in, down low. Moats tangled up, lost it, got it back, kicks it for Duggins. Out now Paxton. Gwynn along 2, knocks it down.
Again, perimeter scoring for Roanoke off the loose ball. Bridgewater's doing an excellent job on the original screen out front of picking up and going over top of the screen, making a pass and shot difficult.
As Thorne's pass knocked down by Moats makes its way to Paxton Gwynn. As Gwynn gives to Delahunt, the Maroons will start up. Pass finds its way cross court for Hankins. Hankins into the paint, up off the glass. Can't get that one to go. Rebound taken by Bridgewater.
Both teams are playing well on the defensive end. Tough break for Hankins.
That's down low. Owens in the corner. Trying to look for help inside. Goes to Thorne down low. Moats just stands her straight up. Thorne has to go all the way through and took too many steps.
Lost a handle on the ball and wasn't able to dribble when she thought she was going to be able to. And took 3 steps. Bridgewater again picking up full court.
Gwynn gets it for Duggins. Duggins moves ahead. Gets a pick from Hankins. Now it's sent back to Hankins. The pick and roll tried to go down low for Moats. Ill-advised pass. Poked away by Shannon Thorne.
Yeah, she didn't have an opening then. That pass was a little bit too far. Good defense.
As Thorne sent that one off the bottom of the backboard. Paxton Gwynn picks the ball up. Gives to Hankins, who comes back the other way. Moats from the corner. Wanted to send it inside. Round up right to Thorne.
Pass was tipped away, and Thorne got the loose ball.
As now Bridgewater throws that one to no one in particular. The team's just trading turnovers at this point. Bridgewater will now apply pressure. As Roanoke gets it in for Duggins, just about 2 minutes in to the second half. Duggins worked on by Owens.
Dunnigan switched about midway through the second half, and we have Duggins bringing the ball up the court instead of Delahunt.
Duggins tripped up, but called for the travel.
Got the ball stuck on her hip and took too many steps.
Teams have traded turnovers here to open the half. Bridgewater walks it ahead with Owens. Covered by Duggins, goes to her right for Logan. Logan looking things over. Gives it up for Jessica Mullen, who sends it towards the corner. Owens takes too many steps. The trend continues. As Gwynn sends it in for Duggins. As Duggins will walk it up, covered by Owens. Duggins left side, Hankins. Hankins walking towards the middle, drives all the way through the paint, faked the pass, layup, no good.
Hankins had 2 openings this half, and 2 good layups, but they just haven't bounced in for her.
As Thorne blocked from behind by Paxton Gwynn, Moats then had to get rid of it before she took too many steps, sent it towards the corner, no one there.
Great play by Gwynn. Come from behind and with the block.
Hankins will head out. Tatum McKee checks in. Bridgewater to inbound as I get this one in for Mullen. Mullen tries to drive in. Looks like the foul going to be called against Delahunt, and it is. For Delahunt, it's her first, team's first of the second half.
Delahunt and Duggins trying to come to the double team on Mullen. Of course, is Bridgewater's leading scorer. Delahunt a little bit too aggressive, picked up the foul.
She got it in for Owens. Owens to her right from Mullen. Covered by Delahunt. Trying to shoot for Bridgewater. A 3 on the way from Logan. That one no good. Moats the rebound. It's Roanoke it's back the other way. Long lead pass for Paxton Gwynn. She's unable to get there. Swats it out of bounds in an attempt to keep it in. Possession back to Bridgewater.
Roanoke has to do that because of their size. They have to try to beat the defense down the floor, and that was the effort there, but the pass a little bit long for Paxton Gwynn.
3:20 into the second half. The only 2 points of the half belong to Roanoke. Both teams have littered the court with turnovers. Sent down low. Thorne turnaround, gets it to go. Bridgewater back up 4.
Again, that's the open space in that defense between the back line and the front line on a 2-3. Thorne able to exploit it and score with the 8-footer.
Duggins to her left. Hands it off for Delahunt. Delahunt sees a lane, drives in on the run, can't get it to go. Moats' rebound pop to McKee, gets the putback.
Good effort by Nikki Moats. Good alertness from Tatum McKee, and she was able to put in the 6-footer. 2-point game.
He's trying to drive in his Logan. Kicks it out towards the top. As Bridgewater offense begins to go to work. 4 minutes in underneath. Thorne fouled by Nikki Moats. Moats, the foul will be her second, team's second.
Good play with the triangle screen underneath for Bridgewater. Opening up Thorne. Moats a little late coming over.
As Thorne sinks her first. Ward checking in for Paxton Gwynn, now in a 3-point game. Thorne, the freshman center. Unable to connect on the second. Rebound taken by Tatum McKee. Still a one-possession game as McKee carries ahead.
Bridgewater
crossover to step by her defender into the paint. Tried to get the pass for Moats. Tipped away by Bridgewater out of bounds. Roanoke will keep possession. 19 seconds left on the shot clock.
Bridgewater is not pressing off a miss. They're just getting back.
McKee to inbound, looking over her options. Launches it out to midcourt for Delahunt. Delahunt getting set up, shouting out orders. Delahunt breaks to her right. Hands this one off for Duggins. Duggins goes down low for Ward. Ward in, high off the glass. She's fouled in the act.
Good aggressive move by Hannah Ward as she realized the shot clock was going down to 7 seconds.
The foul on Taylor will be her third. Team's first. Ward at the line now for 2.
Like to see her knock these down and make it a 1-point game.
As Ward able to connect on the first. The line this season 55%. Just checking out as Taylor in to replace her. There's Morgan. Ward to make it a 1-point game. Unable to connect. Tatum McKee comes up with a rebound. Gives it right back to Ward. Extra possession for Roanoke. As Delahunt has on the near side. Back for Ward, who lost it out of bounds.
Ward was kind of backing up in her running. It's tough to make a catch when you're backing up like that and hold your balance. Lemke into the game for Rachel Delahunt.
Lemke, the freshman out of Nevada. And she's locked up on Mullen. Bridgewater carries ahead. Offense will go to work. Brent almost looks like Roanoke's in some sort of a box and one. As down low, Morgan has it pried free of her. Roanoke with it on the floor. Now Thorne comes in after it. A jump ball call. Possession to Bridgewater.
Great hustle by Hannah Ward to stay with that.
Bridgewater inbound. 5:01 into the second half. 2-point game. Roanoke down by a deuce. That's inbounded for Mullen. 3 on the way, and she knocks it down. Bridgewater up by 5.
They're looking for that to get her started in the second half. Good play by Mullen. She was open, saw the opening, was able to convert the goal.
Duggins gets set up on the left side. Crosses over, now comes in the lane, down low for Moats, who lays it in, but she was fouled. It's going to be on the floor against Shannon Thorne, her first, team second. As Moats will head out, Samantha Garsh checking in.
Hey, Jean Willie is going to take out her starting center now. I think every time Moats goes to the bench, she makes that substitution here.
As Thorne comes out, Hottinger back into the ballgame. Off the inbound, it goes to Ward on the left side. Ward tied up, able to get it to Duggins. Roanoke working off of a fresh shot clock. As Duggins drives to her right. Out to the top for Tatum McKee and across for Hannah Ward. Ward to the middle, drives in the lane, gets to the corner. Duggins thinking 3, can't get it to go. 10 seconds on the shot clock as Duggins is blocked.
Duggins is going to have a tough time unless there's a wide open lane to the basket driving in.
As Owens pulls it out to get things set up. 20 seconds left to shoot. 5-point game. It's down low. Hottinger unable to connect. Tatum McKee will race back to the way. It's a 2-on-1 with her and Duggins. McKee in hard to the glass. Can't get it to go. Duggins after the rebound. It's swatted out by Bridgewater. Possession will go to Roanoke as Paxton Gwynn comes in off the bench.
That was a great effort defensively by Samantha Garst. Good rebound by Tatum McKee, and this is what these youngsters have been taught in practice. You must beat the defense back down the floor. McKee did so that time, but unfortunately rushed the shot.
As Duggins has it at the top. 16 seconds left in the shot clock. Duggins will put the play into motion as Ward driven out from inside. Duggins gets it down low for Garst. Garst has it along the end line, looking to do something. Able to get it out for Duggins. Across the court, Paxton Gwynn, a three. That one no good. Comes out into the near corner, out of bounds. Possession will go to Bridgewater as Delahunt and Hankins will return to action for Roanoke. As we have a whistle and a timeout on the court. 13:28 to go in the second half of a 5-point game.
Mac and Bob's opened for business in 1980. Over the years, we've grown from 10 stools to a full-service restaurant that seats 330 people. Now we invite you to come try our new breakfast menu, featuring sweet potato pancakes, eggs Benedict, omelets made to order, stuffed French toast, homemade sausage and gravy biscuits, and much more. Open for breakfast Monday through Saturday at 8 a.m., Sunday brunch 10 a.m. till 2. See you for breakfast at Mac and Bob's in Salem.
For information or schedules on Valley Vision TV programs, visit us on the internet at valleyvisiontv.com. Remember, you're watching the Valley's only true local network, Valley Vision TV, Comcast Channel 7.
Welcome back to the Bass. Nick DeSanctis alongside Brett Peltier. 13:26 to go in the second half of a 5-point game. Bridgewater carries ahead as Owens working the point. Owens blanketed by Lemke. Has a cutter through the lane. Layup no good. Rebound swatted out to the top. Taken by Lemke. She got elbowed up high. Foul will be against Bridgewater as Mullen was unable to connect on the layup initially. Foul is against Jenny Logan. That is her team's third.
Mullen was able to beat Delahunt that time with a back cut, but she missed the layup. Good hustle by Roanoke underneath, and the ball bounced out to Kayla Lemke, who grabbed the rebound and was able to draw the foul.
Delahunt will carry ahead. Duggins on the bench, 7 minutes into the second half. Near side Lemke, back to the top it goes for Delahunt. Moves to her left, goes inside for Paxton Gwynn. Right towards the far side, Delahunt swung down low. Gwynn lays it in for 2.
Paxton Gwynn again. Gave the ball back to Delahunt, cut down the lane, found herself open, was able to turn and score on the layup. Nikki Moats back at the scorer's table for size and defense.
Logan set up along the far side. Gets a pick. She moves into the key. Sends it back down low. Hottinger high off the glass. Can't get it to go. Rebound. Gwynn and Garst comes in as well to get her hands on it. Jump ball call. Possession awarded to Roanoke. Moats returning to action for Garst.
Good hustle by Garst. Bridgewater is sending cutters down the middle of the lane and seeing if Roanoke will follow. The last 2 times they've had open shots, but Mullen and Hottinger have been unable to connect. Roanoke can tie or cut it to 1 with a basket.
Delahunt moving to her left. Looks towards the corner, now goes to the top to Paxton Gwynn. To the near side, Lemke looked down low, found nothing. Goes across for Delahunt, wants to drive inside. Then tried to send it to Nikki Moats. It was punched away. Bridgewater will come back the other way. In a 3-point game, 12 minutes left. That's down low. Jumper no good. Off the hands of Morgan. Hankins was able to pry away the rebound. So we have a foul coming up against Bridgewater. And it is. It's going to come against Hottinger, her second, team's 4th.
They're putting 3 people on Moats now offensively. Roanoke has the ball.
Could really open up the offense if Nikki is able to get a pass out.
It's going to open up the perimeter offense. We'll see if they can connect.
Hankins and Goodell checking in for Roanoke. Under 12 to play. As Goodell has it. Sends it towards the left wing corner for Gwynn. Now to the top for Duggins. Duggins to the near side, Megan Goodell. Goodell back out towards the top. Pass picked off by Mullen. Mullen going in on Hankins. Gets the layup to go.
That was good anticipation by Mullen, grabbing the loose ball and able to take the ball for the layup.
As Hankins comes to the near side for Goodell. Roanoke will try and get the offense set up, trailing by 6. Goodell has to get rid of it, goes for Hankins. Hankins drives the lane, dishes it off for Moats, high off the glass, no good. Gets her own board and throws it back up. Looked like she was fouled. Officials say no. It didn't fall. Bridgewater coming back down. As Logan tied up in the paint, able to kick it out towards the top. A 3 from Morgan, no good. Rebound taken by Hankins, then knocked clean out of her hands. Bridgewater, though, lost it out of bounds as Owens went down to the floor to keep it in.
Roanoke was very fortunate on that. Bridgewater ended up with a wide open 3. It just didn't go in. Moats is really being defended down low by multiple people.
As Thorne checks back in for Bridgewater. Duggins to bring it ahead. A 5-point game under 11 minutes to play. Duggins spins back towards the inside. Tries to move through the middle. Lost it. Got it right back. Looks down low. Has Gwynn in the paint. Gwynn kicks it towards the corner. Goodell for 3. That one long. Moats corrals the rebound and it's swatted away from her and out of bounds. Possession will stay with Roanoke.
Goodell had a good look, and that's one of the reasons that Goodell has been put in the game is her ability to make the 3-point shot in the long 2, as that's what's going to be open.
Goodell to inbound, looking for something. Lofts it into the paint for Moats. Moats drives in, counted, and one.
Moats able to go down the lane that time, find herself open. One dribble to the basket. Chance for an old-fashioned 3-point play to cut it to 2.
Foul on Taylor. It is her 4th personal. 5th team foul. Taylor exits. Ref Snyder checks in. As Moats able to connect on the foul shot, that'll make it a 2-point game.
Roanoke is still in this thing. Again, same thing as Saturday. If they can catch a break here and there or make a break for themselves.
It's all the way in the right wing corner is Owens. Comes out to the top. Long 2 from Ref Snyder goes. Back up to 4.
Once again, they're running a player from the baseline out front to the top of the key, and nobody from Roanoke is following. Second possession in a row. It's been a wide open shot. That one gets converted.
Sullenberger at the scorer's table for Roanoke to check in as Duggins drives in. She's fouled.
Good aggressive take by Duggins.
Foul on Ref Snyder is her first, team 6th. As Sullenberger into the game for Goodell.
That's her first personal. 16 foul.
Gwynn to inbound, 2-3 zone, Bridgewater.
As Gwynn gets it into the near corner for Hankins. Out to the top now for Moats. Looks underneath to Gwynn, finds nothing. Moats drives in, draws the defense from the corner. Hankins for the lead. That one no good. Rebound taken by Gwynn. Fadeaway jumper. I'll make it a 2-point game. Excuse me. Still think it's a 2-point spread. It was at 4. Now down to 2. 34-32.
Gwynn with a great weak side rebound and put back. Again, unlucky for Laurel Hankins. Wide open and the ball just spins out.
As Boren comes to the near side. Morgan thinking 3. Dishes it down low for Thorne. Able to step right around Gwynn. Lead back up to 4.
Coach Dunnigan wanted a 3-second call on that. It wasn't forthcoming. Nice move by Thorne around Gwynn.
As Hankins now has it at the top. Comes to the near side for Paxton Gwynn. Will loft it down low for Moats off the glass. Sent it off the bottom of the backboard. Sullenberger tried to poke it free. Couldn't. Mullen has it. Then it's popped away from her and out of bounds. Possession will go back to Bridgewater. Tatum McKee into the game for Nikki Moats. Bridgewater up by 4. 9:10 remaining. Bridgewater gets it into Morgan. And then near side, she'll go back out to the top for Sarah Boren. Boren across. Now down low. Thorne unable to get to go. But foul going to be called against Paxton Gwynn. For Gwynn, it'll be her second, team's 3rd.
Thorne again able to get position. Gwynn a little late coming over.
That's her 3rd personal. 13 foul. Number 31, Thorne. On the line for Bridgewater.
Thorne at the line for 2 shots. She's hit 2 of 3 so far tonight, unable to connect on that one. Thorne with 8 points, and Dunnigan will take a timeout. Full timeout on the court. 9:01 to go in the second half. Roanoke trails by 4, 36-32.
Be sure to catch Roanoke College sports on Valley Vision TV, Comcast Channel 7 in Roanoke, Salem, Botetourt, Lexington, and Blacksburg. Brought to you by Mac and Bob's, Main Street, Salem. For programming information or schedules, go to valleyvisiontv.com.
Welcome back to the Bass Center. Nikki Moats just checked out, and go back and take a look. Moats converting on the old-fashioned three-point play. About a minute and a half ago. As off the inbound, Moats just winning on Thorne, able to split the defenders and put it home. Moats not the leading scorer for Roanoke lately. Paxton Gwynn's been able to take that title, as she still is tonight. But Moats has led the Maroons on the boards, and that continues. 7 points and 7 rebounds for Nikki Moats. Thorne at the line. Couldn't connect on her first shot. Misses the second.
Nice rebound by Paxton Gwynn. Able to get the possession for Roanoke. All possessions are important now.
Under 9 minutes to play as Duggins walks it ahead. The near corner for Laurel Hankins. As Hankins walks towards the top, looking at Sullenberger, sees a lane, tries to drive in, and she's fouled. That will be the 7th team foul for Bridgewater. As this one going to get charged to, I believe, Jessica Mullen. Her first, team 7th.
Roanoke needs to score every time now with the clock stopped. Hankins able to take the ball to the basket and draw the foul.
Hankins unable to connect on the first. 77% from the line this season. She's the Maroons' best free throw shooter. As Hankins' second attempt goes. To make it a 3-point game, Hankins will head out. Delahunt in.
Delahunt, Sullenberger, McKee, Duggins, and Gwynn.
Sarah Boren will race this one ahead. Sends it towards the far side, off the fingertips and out of bounds of Holly Morgan.
Delahunt came out on Holly Morgan that time, and the ball went through her fingers.
I'd like to welcome those of you listening at 100.3 FM here in Salem. Also streaming online at WRKE.org. I'm Nick DeSantis alongside Brett Peltier with you from the Bass Center. It's Bridgewater and Roanoke. It's been a beautiful Tuesday in sunny Salem. Now Sullenberger gives it up at the top for Gwynn. Races to her left. To the corner it goes Delahunt. Delahunt tries to drive in from the paint. Layup is good. It's a 1-point game.
Nice play by Rachel Delahunt. Able to take the ball around the baseline to the middle of the floor and convert the layup.
As Thorne sends it down. As Bridgewater puts the spread back up 3.
Great play by Thorne. You got to give her credit. She got positioned underneath and was able to score before the double team of McKee and Gwynn could get there.
And McKee, the skip pass towards the near side over the head of Sullenberger and out of bounds. Bridgewater will take possession back as Moats checks in the game for Paxton Gwynn.
7:40 left to go. 3-point game. Roanoke needs to stop here.
As Boren will walk it ahead. To her right it goes for Logan. Down to the top, Brent Snyder. As Brent Snyder has that one knocked away by Duggins, who sends it up onto the table.
Great hustle by Taylor Duggins. She just couldn't control the ball inbounds. Hannah Ward into the game for Duggins.
Thought I was going to have my second ever souvenir ball. That one didn't work out. Ref Snyder to inbound just in front of us.
I'm sure Duggins got a floor burn on the last one.
Just a battle wound. And as Boren moves towards the near corner, covered by Ward. Out to the top for Logan. For three, drills it.
You got to give her credit on the step back. She faked the drive, stepped back behind the three-point line. Delahunt a little bit late, and Logan gives Bridgewater a 6-point lead.
As Ward able to drive all the way in, had it knocked away from her, and then lost it out of bounds. Another Tatum McKee. Possession back to Bridgewater in a 6-point game. As Morgan will check into the game, she's going to get Ref Snyder. Boren working the offense. Sends it out to the top. McKee able to knock it free, then lost it. McKee diving after it, gets it back on the floor. Roanoke is going to come back on the offensive end. As Delahunt comes to the near side for Hannah Ward.
Tatum McKee with a great defensive play, great hustle. Originally knocked the ball away and then knocked it away again.
McKee down low. Moats can't get it to go. She struggled all night. Moats going to go down to the floor and hang on. A jump ball call. Possession will go to Bridgewater.
Moat seems to have a little bit of trouble tonight turning and realizing where she is in relation to the basket.
She seems to be moving real low towards the baseline and then turns and tries to put it up and can't get the right angle. Timeout on the court. 6:39 to go in the second half. Bridgewater leading Roanoke 41-35. We'll be right back.
Mac and Bob's opened for business in 1980. Over the years, we've grown from 10 stools to a full-service restaurant that seats 330 people. Now we invite you to come try our new breakfast menu, featuring sweet potato pancakes, eggs Benedict, omelets made to order, stuffed French toast, homemade sausage and gravy biscuits, and much more. Open for breakfast Monday through Saturday at 8 a.m., Sunday brunch 10 a.m. till 2. See you for breakfast at Mac and Bob's in Salem.
Just to her left, to the corner it goes.
Welcome back to the Bass Center. Currently, Rachel Delahunt, only 2 points tonight, has struggled with 5 turnovers and 2 rebounds. Her 2 points coming a few minutes ago, and she heads back out onto the court now. This looks like a little bit of miscommunication between our technical director, Reed Hall, and myself.
Delahunt was able to receive the ball on the baseline, receive a screen, and she was able to take the ball into the middle of the lane and convert a layup, cutting the lead at that point to 2. Bridgewater, you got to give them credit. They've come up with the offensive conversions when they've needed them tonight to stay ahead.
They're up by 6 with 6.5 minutes to go. That's from the paint. Jump shot no good. Moats the rebound.
Again, good team defense. Nice defensive rebound by Nikki Moats.
As McKee moving up the left side. Goes to Delahunt at the top. As Ward working off a screen, she gets to her. Ward drives in, kicks it towards the corner for McKee. McKee to the top. Gives it up for Ward. 7 seconds to shoot. As Ward looks, tries to drive inside. Turns back from the paint. Floater, no good. Moats has it. Can't get the putback to go. Off the rim. Fresh 30. McKee is bumped. Able to draw the foul.
Great offensive series rebounding-wise for Roanoke as Moats and McKee battled for the ball after Hannah Ward took the original shot, resulting in the foul, and now McKee at the line.
Fouls against Thorne, her second, team's 8th. McKee at the line, connected on the first, not the second. Moats, the offensive rebound, can't get the putback. Sullenberger tries to pry it free. Another jump ball as all 3 go down to the floor. Moats is hurt. Moats seriously injured on the play as she went down. The training staff will rush out. We'll take an injury timeout here from the Bass Center. There's 5:46 remaining in the second half. It's a 5-point game.
Mac and Bob's opened for business in 1980. Over the years, we've grown from 10 stools to a full-service restaurant that seats 330 people. Now we invite you to come try our new breakfast menu, featuring sweet potato pancakes, eggs Benedict, omelets made to order, stuffed French toast, homemade sausage and gravy biscuits, and much more. Open for breakfast Monday through Saturday at 8 a.m., Sunday brunch 10 a.m. till 2. See you for breakfast at Mac and Bob's in Salem.
For information or schedules on Valley Vision TV programs, visit us on the internet at valleyvisiontv.com. Remember, you're watching the Valley's only true local network, Valley Vision TV, Comcast Channel 7.
Be sure to catch Roanoke College sports on Valley Vision TV, Comcast Channel 7 in Roanoke, Salem, Botetourt, Lexington, and Blacksburg. Brought to you by Mac and Bob's, Main Street, Salem. For programming information or schedules, go to valleyvisiontv.com.
Welcome back to the Bass Center. Moats helped off the court with a right leg injury. Safe to assume she will not return for the remainder of this contest. 5:46 to go in the second half. Roanoke trails 41-36.
Sullenberger, Delahunt, Ward, Gwynn, and McKee on the floor for Roanoke.
Logan, Gorin, Mullen, Morgan, and Thorne out for Bridgewater as this one's launched out to the top for Delahunt, to the far corner for Tatum McKee. McKee drives in, can't get her floater to go. Rebound taken by Thorne. Paxton Gwynn all over hers. Thorne gets the pass away from Mullen up the right side.
Good look by Tatum McKee. Unfortunately, again, the bounce doesn't go for Roanoke.
At the top, Owens gives it up to her right for Mullen. Mullen now for Thorne. Thorne covered by Paxton Gwynn, has to get rid of it. Pass down low, tipped by Sullenberger, taken by Delahunt.
Great play by Sullenberger. Good alertness by Delahunt to come up with a loose ball.
From the corner, Gwynn for three. That one no good. Rebound bounced off of Sullenberger. McKee after it, able to pop it free. Let's see who it touched last. They say Bridgewater. Possession back to Roanoke with a fresh 30. Roanoke down by 5.
Again, a battle. Good shot by Gwynn. Doesn't go.
As Roanoke inbounds it down low. Gwynn the turnaround, no good.
Left it a little short.
Gwynn's 5 for 10 from the floor tonight.
Sullenberger and McKee with great hustle the last possession to get an offensive rebound.
As Logan having some trouble. Now a foul called on Hannah Ward. I have to think that was a little bit of a makeup call. Foul on Ward is her first, team's third. Rather, team's fourth. As off the inbound, it goes in for Owens. As Owen sends it across, now down low, Thorne trying to go to work on Gwynn. Delahunt comes to the double team, reaches in, grabs the ball. Another jump ball call. Possession will stay with Bridgewater.
Great play by Gwynn and Delahunt to get the double team. Delahunt reaching in and causing the tie up.
Once off the inbound, they went back door on McKee. Now fouled is Jessica Mullen. Foul going to be called against Cappy Sullenberger. It's her first, team's fifth.
Duggins about ready to check in for Roanoke.
As Mullen able to connect on the first, Duggins into the game for Sullenberger. Six-point game. Mullen looking to make it 7, and she does. As McKee gets it in for Duggins. Duggins carrying ahead. Looking for help, has to give it up. Able to get it to Ward. Ward tries to drive in the paint, blocked by Thorne. Comes right back in the breadbasket of Ward. She bumps Thorne to the ground, goes high to the glass, and gets it to go.
Good battle by Hannah Ward, taking the ball strong to the glass, staying with it, getting the loose ball and converting the shot.
As Thorne down low is hacked by Paxton Gwynn and fouled. Foul on Gwynn will be her third, team sixth.
That's going to be a tough matchup now.
Personal foul on number 11, Rachel Delahunt. That's her second personal. 16 foul.
As Goodell has come to the scorer's table.
31 Thorne on the line
As
for
Thorne
Bridgewater.
at the line for 2. She's able to connect on the first. As Gwynn will head out, Garst in. Thorne 11 points. 3 for 6 from the line. As she hits them both. Back up to a 7-point spread as McKee looking over her options. Gets it in for Duggins. Bridgewater applying some pressure. He'll pull back. It's Duggins across midcourt. Rolls back to her right. Crosses over to her left. Gives it up for Tatum McKee. 15 left to shoot. McKee looking things over. Goes to Hannah Ward. Ward on the right side. Walks back through the middle. Now rolls in. Has some room. Ward in. High off the glass. Gets it to go.
Hannah Ward again aggressively taking the ball to the hole. Great play. Cuts it back to 5. Paxton Gwynn at the scorer's table ready to check in.
Ward with 5 points. That's from the far side. Mullen sends it to the point. Owens operating the offense to the near side now. Logan. Logan got a ghost pick. Drives in. She's fouled. She'll go to the line for 2. Foul called against Hannah Ward. For Ward, it's her second, team 7th.
Roanoke almost able to complete the double team when they play with Ward and Duggins, but Ward with a check, body check.
As Logan connects on the first. Gwynn into the game for Garst.
Paxton Gwynn checks back in for Roanoke.
Logan trying to make the spread again, 7. She can't. Rebound taken by Paxton Gwynn.
Nice box out by Paxton Gwynn. They go
Give and go with Ward. And Gwynn unable to handle the pass.
good effort. Just ball slipped out of her hand, rolled out of bounds.
Roanoke applying the press. 3:08 to go. Maroons down by 6. Trying to get this one ahead is Logan. Logan crosses over on Ward. Tries to drive in, enters the paint. Now kicks it out for Mullen, who walks to the top. 15 left in the shot clock. Mullen to her right for Owens, covered by Duggins. Duggins towards the corner. McKee able to knock it out of bounds away from Morgan. 8 seconds left in the shot clock.
.247 to go in the game. 6-point spread.
As the inbound lofted up, Ward gets a piece of it. Jump ball call as Ward reached over her head to keep her hand on the ball. Possession will go to Roanoke.
Great play by Hannah Ward in realizing that lob pass, getting back and causing the tie-up.
Roanoke gets it in for Duggins. Down to the final 2:40. Duggins races to her right. Goes across from McKee. Now to the far corner. Delahunt for three. No good. Rebound Paxton Gwynn. Tried to get a pass away. Couldn't. Bridgewater then lost it. Gets it right back. Sends it down. All alone. Walking in. Layup. No good. Down low Thorne, but she's fouled. There's a mess down low with Morgan.
Good hustle by Paxton Gwynn and good hustle by Tatum McKee. But the loose ball stayed with Bridgewater.
As they were able to get back in time to disrupt the layup. Timeout on the court taken by Bridgewater. Full timeout. 2:20 to go in the second half. Roanoke trails by 6.
Roanoke College. Timeless and true. Smart and solid. Practical and professional. Making discoveries about yesterday. Creating visions for tomorrow. Lifted by a winning college spirit. Forging lifetime friendships with
Mac and Bob's opened for business in 1980. Over the years,
We've grown from 10 stools to a full-service restaurant that seats 330 people. Now we invite you to come try our new breakfast menu, featuring sweet potato pancakes, eggs Benedict, omelets made to order, stuffed French toast, homemade sausage and gravy biscuits, and much more. Open for breakfast Monday through Saturday at 8 a.m., Sunday brunch 10 a.m. till 2. See you for breakfast at Mac and Bob's in Salem.
Welcome back to the Bass Center. Roanoke trails by 6. We can go back and take a look as Hannah Ward has 5 points, all 5 coming in the second half. I believe she has the last 4 for Roanoke. As Ward able to drive the lane, rolls back, and splits the defenders. Really a great move, good head from Hannah Ward, the freshman.
Hannah Ward being very aggressive with the basketball on the offensive end. It's a good thing to see. Roanoke is going to have these underclassmen step up now.
Thorne at the line for 2 shots.
And I'm sure they will. Roanoke has not lacked for effort all season.
And as Thorne able to connect on the first. Thorne shooting just 46% from the line this season.
Roanoke with only 1 timeout left as they took 4 in the first half.
As Thorne hits 2 of 2 to make it an 8-point game. 2:20 remaining. Duggins has it off the inbound, starts up. Duggins from the near side, races across. Gets to the top to Paxton Gwynn. 15 to shoot. Gwynn for Delahunt, now to the corner, Ward. Down to 12 in the shot clock. Ward spins baseline, floats it for Gwynn down low. The reverse layup, no good. Gwynn got her own rebound. Shot clock didn't reset. Another reverse rebound. Thorne able to get the rebound as Gwynn unable to connect.
Good effort by Paxton Gwynn. Those reverse layups are more difficult shots. Would have liked to see her go straight up, see if she could have drawn a foul there.
Setting up on the near side is Mullen. Tried to send it down low. Pass picked off by Gwynn. Floats this one ahead for Tatum McKee. McKee slows up to the glass. No good. Delahunt grabs the rebound. Another jump ball as she and Logan get tied up. This time possession to Guilford. As Nikki Motes is back on the Roanoke bench at the moment. Good to see Motes back, leaving the game with an injury 4 minutes ago. Game time, at least. 90 seconds to go. As Roanoke applying pressure, but a foul called against Tatum McKee. Dunnigan can't believe it. As Dunnigan going to get teed up.
Coach Dunnigan showing some frustration as she's got her young kids hustling for 40 minutes.
A technical foul has been assessed to Roanoke.
As the officials are talking it over. Taking the shot will be Mullen. Now, before that, the personal foul had been called against Tatum McKee. That was what had infuriated Coach Dunnigan. For McKee, the foul, her first, team's 9th. As the foul shot, no good. The official at the scores table still talking things over. As a technical on Dunnigan, I believe will be the 10th Roanoke foul. Mullen at the foul line connects.
Well, I'm not clear on that rule because I thought a technical had to be assessed to a player in order to be a team foul.
Well, McKee's foul was the 9th team foul.
I understand that, but the technical foul was on the coach.
Shouldn't add at 10, I agree. So Mullen took 2 shots. I believe it is the 9th team foul. Scoreboard incorrect. As now the scoreboard's not right. Things have just gotten a little out of hand. Scoreboard reading 50-40. As a walk now called against Hankins. As in the front end of the 1-and-1, Logan missed it. Meaning that there are only 9 team fouls on Roanoke, not 10 that the scoreboard says. Scoreboard has been changed to agree with the stat book at 49-40 with 1:22 to go. After the travel, Bridgewater will take over possession. Off the inbound, a 9-point game. Roanoke will not foul. As Owens crosses over, Duggan switches on. Owens almost trapped in the top corner. She's able to get to Mullen. The Maroons converge, and Duggins will be called for the foul.
That's still great defense by Roanoke. Bridgewater was unable to advance the ball. They called a foul on Taylor Duggins for reaching in.
Duggins' first 10th team foul. As Mullen will go to the line for 2. As she hits the first to make it a 10-point spread. As Delahunt was unable to hold the line after Mullins missed her second foul shot.
In the lane just a little bit early for Rachel.
As Sullenberger will sub in late. She's in to get Delahunt. As Mullins to make it an 11-point game, she does. 70 seconds to go. As Gwynn inbounds to Duggins. Clock at 105, 104, 103. As Duggins tried to go down low for Gwynn, Thorne took it away. That's the last minute of play in the second half. To half court it goes for Owens. As Owens avoids Ward. Back to the top for Mullen. Mullen gets a pass away to Owens. 10 left on the shot clock. 40 on the game clock. Pass comes down low. Whipped in there for Logan. Her layup no good. Rebound put back, but a foul against Paxton Gwynn. Gwynn's 4th personal. Puts Thorne at the line for 2.
Again, a good half-court effort by Roanoke. Unfortunately, they were unable to close it out with a defensive board.
That's Thorne's first one off the mark. Thorne to make it a 12-point game, and she does. 52-40 the score. The final half minute of play. Duggins will carry ahead. Duggins gets to the top for Ward. Ward splits in, gives it up for Sullenberger. Sullenberger back down low. Paxton Gwynn off the glass, can't get it to go. Thorne has it, and she's fouled by Gwynn. That will be Gwynn's 5th. Gwynn fouls out, 15.3 to go.
That's her 5th personal.
Samantha Garst is going to check in for Gwynn. Good effort by Paxton.
Thorne goes back to the line for another 2. As Thorne connects on the first. Game now up to 13. And now 14 as Thorne hits them both.
I think all the scoring since Nikki Moats went out of the game has come from Hannah Ward.
As Ward drives in there, can't get it to go. 5 seconds left. Bridgewater looking for their 12th win. As the Eagles will sit on it for the final seconds and come away with a 54-40 victory here at the Bass Center. Bridgewater improves to 12-6, 8-5 within the ODAC. Roanoke falls to 4-12, 4-8 within the ODAC. Thanks to those of you listening at 100.3 WRKE FM here in Salem. Also streaming online at WRKE.org. Those of you watching here online, we'll be right back to go over the final stats. Welcome back to the Bass Center. Some final thoughts as we go over the final stats from tonight's contest. Paxton Gwynn led the Maroons with 10 points, 4 rebounds, 4 coming on the offensive end. Rather, 8 rebounds, 4 coming on the offensive end. The Duggins and Moach each finished with 7. Nikki Moats, 7 points, 12 rebounds before leaving the game with an injury. Duggins finished with a team high 3 assists, 5 points for Tatum McKee and Hannah Ward. All of Ward's coming in the second half. Hankins finished with 4, 1 coming from a 3, where she was 1 for 3. Beyond the arc, Della Hunt finished with 2 points for the Maroons. Sullenberger contributed 2 rebounds in her 7 minutes of playing time. For Bridgewater, they were led by a big pair in Shannon Thorne, who had 17 and 12. Double-double for the freshman center, along with Jessica Mullen, who had 16 points and 5 rebounds to go along. Tied for the team lead in steals tonight with 3. Kelsey Taylor finished with 9 points, 6 boards, 5 points and 8 boards. For Holly Morgan, Denny Logan finished with 5 points, 3 rebounds, while Ref Snyder finished with 2 points. Brent, tonight, the game really got off to a tight start. The two teams kind of just went back and forth, up and down. Half it was a 4-point game. The score a lot closer than it really looks. There's a lot coming off of foul shots, where they were awarded 2 shots late in the game to finish by 14.
Yeah, they stretched it out late in the game after Nikki Moats went out. Good defense causing a lot of turnovers, making for ugly offense both ways.
It was ugly, all right. Roanoke shot 26.7% from the floor, 16 for 60. Bridgewater 17 for 52, a little bit higher, just short of 33.
I think both coaches would tell you they're disappointed in their offensive execution.
I would think so. Roanoke will be back in action right here at the Bass Center on Saturday. Or rather, Friday. They travel up to Washington and Lee, return home Saturday as part of a doubleheader. Roanoke College's Winterfest. Maroons take on Eastern Mennonite at 4. EMU 11-2 in the ODAC. That should be an interesting contest. That coming after the men's game on Saturday, which starts at 2. Men at 2, women at 4. For Bridgewater, their next contest coming on Thursday, as they'll be at home against Hollins this weekend. Travel to Washington and Lee. That's all we have for you here at the Bass Center. Thanks so much for listening. Thanks to our Sports Information Director, Brad Moore, Technical Directors Reed Hall and TJ Kemper. For Brent Peltier, I'm Nick DeSanctis. We'll see you Saturday.